So our second debate for tonight will be the motion that the Toronto Debating Society would benefit from a dress code. And to argue in favor of this motion is Natalie.
Hello. Today I will try and persuade you to think on my side, which is that Toronto Debating Society would benefit from a dress code. Firstly, we videotape these debates that we produce at the Toronto Debating Society, and we upload these videos to YouTube, viewable to the whole world and publicly available to anyone, including people that you work with or that could potentially hire you in the future. So, if we had a dress code for specifically the debaters up here, our videos would have a higher quality because we would look more professional. This would also help to attract more people to our to visit our club and to join our club as members, because they will look at our videos on YouTube and see that we are professional and we are serious people.
Source.
On the topic of newcomers and visitors to our clubs, having a dress code might give also a warning to newcomers that this room can be cold and that a sweater might be needed on most occasions. So perhaps having a note for us on the general web and seeing people wearing sweaters at the front might tell newcomers that we can be sometimes cold up here, and perhaps even in the back of the room during the winter and even in the summer with air conditioning. So to reiterate, we would benefit from a dress code because here at the Toronto Debating Society we do videos of all of our debates, and they are available to the public, and so we would have higher quality videos, as well as we can attract better newcomers and members to our club. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Prime Minister. And to argue against the motion, we have David.
Well, we have enough difficulty with the Debating Society anyway, trying to give it a bit of cachet, a bit of image. I mean, in terms of having a reputation for being rather staid and formal, we're somewhere in the league of the African Violet Society or Quilting Society. So the last darn thing we need is to see somebody up here with shirts and ties and gowns and so forth. It would reinforce the notion that we're not about much. Secondly, sweaters. My God, you're going to turn us into Mr. Rogers, for God's sake. And as far as professionals are concerned with dress code, well, I know some professionals that hang out down the lower Jervis Street that have a dress code, but it wouldn't be the dress code we want in here, so professional is something else. And also, finally we have this this image that we have to actually work hard to overthrow, that we're all about respectability. This is a forum, this is a podium where we try to explore ideas. And if you hang the exploration of ideas, that intellectual pursuit, on notions of respectability, then you don't get very far. For example, all throughout the 18th century, the Royal Society in England kept shutting its doors on anybody with any kind of good ideas because they didn't come from the upper classes. So what we have to do is overthrow this entire idea that any kind of intellectual pursuit has to be contingent upon some kind of dress code or respectability. So what we want is a kind of a guerrilla warfare of ideas. We want to show that we can overthrow this, come down out of the hills, and go back up into the sunlit uplands of free thought. Thank you very much.
And for closing remarks, Madam Prime Minister.
Thank you. The Leader of the Opposition suggests that perhaps having a dress code would make us perceive as we are above the rest of the people, be in the upper class, and also perhaps make us look like, I don't know, snobs, I guess. I don't know exactly what he's trying to say, but we all know that dress code helps with the first impression, and through our videos and to our newcomers, first impression is key, and our dress code and the way that we dress will help towards our first impression to newcomers and to those out in the World Wide Web. Thank you.
Thank you. And finally, the poll. So those who are in favor of the motion that the Toronto Debating Society would benefit from a dress code, hands. And those who are against the motion. Thank you. The tally is 10 to 13 against the motion, so the motion has been defeated. Congratulations, David.